Yes, we didn't click for
Yeah.
that because it's live. What's going on, Lauren?
Not much, Lisa. I figured it's our second live, so I figured I had to glam it up, even though I can't glam clearly. If anybody wants to do my wardrobe next time, please call me. I need help. But I'm having a great time. We're live. We're talking about Curb, talking about X-Men. What more could you want?
Girl, we will get it taken care of for you. Don't worry. We'll Rachel Zoe you up. It'll be bananas. Don't worry.
Ah!
We'll take care of it. But yeah, no, we're here to talk about Immortal X-Men. So that's fine. And for those of you who are tuning in, let us know you're here in the chat so we can start giving away prizes as soon as we see people showing up. We brought the wheel. It's back. It's hopefully gonna work and not fly off the handle again like it did last time. And it took me
I forgot about that.
like 40 minutes to find the stupid thing before we could actually do anything with it. So that was all fun. But this time, yeah, I think everything's going to work this time. So hopefully Mercury is not retrograding and we can actually have a show. So that'd be fun. That'd be good, right? So yeah. Well, yeah. By the way, yeah, we're Simply Amazing. Yeah, the Simply Amazing Live. I am the OG Nocturne right over here, aka Lisa, and we got the beautiful, the lovely, the Pussalicious at this moment with the cat ears.
I'm sorry. I don't have the ears though. She's right. I do have little cat ears hiding behind my very stupid headdress here. Yeah, I am Lauren, your friendly neighborhood guy, and yeah, as you can tell, I am having the really lame kind of fun tonight, but it's great. I have a word change. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be a great time.
No, we're gonna have a good time. It's awesome. I'm also wearing. I want to mention. I'm wearing Django from one of our last shows. One of his shirts. I ordered
yes,
as I mentioned, and I had to wear the Wanda one tonight. So there you go. Shout out.
I wore Kurt for you. Look at it. I wore a band for you.
Yeah, look. Oh my God, we're Kurt and Wanda right here. We are my OTP in person
Conda.
live. It's Conda. It's Conda bitches.
Oh my God! Right, is there a T-shirt that says that? There should be.
Well, maybe there will be. Maybe there will be. Maybe that's our first Simply Amazing merch. And you know what? Only one person will buy it, but she's gonna wear it every goddamn day, so it's okay.
That is all that matters. I'll get one for you. 2 people. 2.
There we go. Beautiful. Well, there'll be 2 of us. 2 of us wearing it. 1 of us in New York. 1 of us in North Carolina, and that's it. Done.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Immortal X-Men because let me tell you, first of all, I got to take off this Wanda headdress because it's starting to dig into my now I know why she disassembled, because let me tell you, a headdress is not comfortable. It's like, oh, all the guys get to wear nice helmets with like padding and I have to wear this thing that pokes into my cheeks all the time. Okay, I get it. All right, Hawkeye and Ant-Man, I gotta have a word with you. Thank you. Disassembled. Okay.
No, you know what? I think that's actually exactly what happened. But they're like, we can't ride it like that, simple, and that just. And it's like, no, you can. Like that is keeping up with the Avengers. That's what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I have to wear heels and I have to wear spandex. Okay, yeah, disassembled. Everyone disassembled.
Everybody get out.
Everybody disassemble. I'm disassembling everybody. The lot of you. I'm disassembling. Done. All right. Well, okay. I keep on saying let's talk about Immortal X-Men, and we keep talking about everything but Immortal X-Men. But
of course,
we have to, because it's amazing. It was. I mean, I was expecting it to be good, but it was so good, and just in Sinister's voice, it was absolutely outstanding. So,
yes. In case y'all didn't know, we are talking spoilers for Immortal X-Men. So if you're about to panic, you can be like, no. Might not want to hear this part. I loved that, and I think that's why it worked out too. Is I didn't expect them to immediately start with Sinister's point of view and his voice and his thoughts, and it was fucking hysterical. Like, it was this version of Sinister, like what he's become over the last couple of years, his characterization. Oh my God, it's beyond perfect. Like, he's just such a likable yet powerful villain, and that's so cool.
He's kind of being written like a drag queen. Like, he's very foppish and very over the top, and he's very self-centered. He's very all about himself, and you know, he's very self-involved. He thinks he's the smartest man in the room. And the thing about the person who thinks they're the smartest man in the room typically is not the smartest man in the room. And this is what Sinister, like, kind of, I'm not going to say Sinister learns this about himself in this comic, but we all learn this about Sinister in this comic, is that while he thinks he's the smartest person in the room and he thinks he knows everything that's going on, he doesn't. But also we learn that he has a plan to make himself the smartest man in the room no matter what. And it's pretty freaking dire and it's pretty awful. And it involves, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to that. So,
yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, I mean, I think that would make him so fun, though. Like, I like to write him so boisterous and bombastic, and like he thinks that he is like, he thinks that he's humble and he's anything but, obviously, and it's just so fun. And I like that whole, we get to see him thinking he knows exactly what's going on. He's like, oh, I got this, and then by the end of it, he's like, holy shit, but how did this happen? Like, I didn't plan for this. And people are like, well, no shit, dude. Like, and even Destiny, this is the best part to me. Even Destiny, who literally her power is to see the future, tells him, no, I couldn't predict this. That's not my only power. Like, it's really showing how fallible not only Sinister is, but the entire Quiet Council is, and how not immortal they are for a book that's titled Immortal X-Men. It's really cool.
It is. Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. We're a week late with this well, we're doing the live on a Friday, right? And by the time this hits our stream, it's going to be a week after. So I don't know that we necessarily need to go through this page by page. This has been dissected at this point by everybody. I mean, I want to get right to the meat of it. I mean, it seems clear that Sinister is creating Moiras for the purpose of restarting timelines so that he can get everything right and be ahead of the game.
Well, the craziest part, too, is that the last thing he says is something along the lines of, so Moira was a terrible scientist because she thought she only could use 10 lives or 10 scenarios to figure this shit out. And so basically, we don't know how many lives Moira's had now. We have absolutely no idea, which completely, it's a whole other revelation. If you've been reading this whole reboot since House of X Part 10, like, that was such a part of it, was she had 10 lives and they're on the 11th, and now it's like, oh, we have no idea what she's had now. And it opens up the door to so much more stuff now.
Well, it's we don't know how many Moiras there have been and how many lives there have been within the Moiras there have been. And Sinister, so you know, towards the end, there's that moment where Sinister, after Selene lets that monster free, Sinister is ready to shoot something. And like, it took a second, but it's like, oh my God, he was ready to shoot a Moira and restart that timeline. Like, that's how callous he is. And that from the fact that he was ready to do it so quickly tells me he has done it before, which
yes
is like, so, and then that to me, so the end of the book puts the beginning of the book in more context, because the beginning of the book tells me that, so he's in the beginning of the book, he says he's number 26. Does that mean he's done this 25 other times?
It's possible. You don't know yet, but yeah, it's interesting. He thinks he has full control of the situation, full control of the timelines, and he just looks at it like a science experiment. Like he's looking at this whole situation of Krakoa and Moira and everything like, oh, well, I'll just get rid of that one and try again. Like again, like he just to try, like it doesn't matter. And we see towards the end of this, like he's starting to realize it matters, but it's not enough for him to change his course. He still believes in his course action. But it's fallible. We see that what he's doing is not gonna work either, and it's going to fall apart in his and everyone else's face.
He's just an absolute nightmare monster. And
yeah,
I love it because it's just like, all of the X-Men are so wrapped up in all their own bullshit. And Sinister actually kind of talks about that. Like when he goes through, when he has that little part where he goes through all of the different people and like the reasons they're sitting on the council. And like he talks about like, oh, Kitty's a marauder and Shaw's doing this, and you know, like Storm is on Araco now, and Colossus is actually a Russian spy, and Nightcrawler's a cop now, or actually doing a religion now, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's true. It's, you know, everybody. It's not the Quiet Council, whereas it's probably a very important job and is very, you know, and is half villains that should be watched. Everybody who's on the Quiet Council also has all these other tasks they're doing, and nobody's paying attention to any of the villains and what they're doing. And Sinister is clearly doing a lot of shit he shouldn't be doing, and it's pretty scary.
Well, of course, that's exactly what he does, and I think you're right. Like, it's gonna be interesting because here's the thing: I don't think it's just the villains that need to be watched. Obviously, they're probably the more immediate. Like, we need to watch these guys, but like, I'm interested to see where they go with the next, you know, the rest of the series. Will it continue to be told from Sinister's point of view? Will they change who we get it from? So will one be from Emma's point of view? Will one be from Storm's? Or one be from like one of their villains? Like, that'd be really cool if they do that. And then anyway, I'm just interested to see where they go, because I think, you know, again, like we saw in Inferno, Emma paired up with Mystique and Destiny. We don't know if that's still going on, but I wouldn't put past that. Like, that situation didn't close. There wasn't complete closure with that situation. So I think they're still teaming up. So just things like that. I'm like, the whole council's a mess. Everybody's, and I like to point that out, everybody's got something going on, and nobody's actually doing their damn job on the council. Nobody's doing the council job. Everybody's doing everything else but them.
Yeah, and even like, and it's clear that everybody's head is in their own job, right? Because even like, I don't know, it's just yeah. And then so I mean, we start off, Magneto leaves the council, leaving an empty seat. And I love how Magneto's like, I'm retiring. I'm done. It's like he's got his kids back. He's retiring. He's going to, I guess, the mutant version of Boca, which is Araco now. I don't know. And so he's going to retire there and get a nice little condo in Araco and start just bugging his kids for grandkids. I don't know what he's going to do there, but that's,
yeah.
You know, enjoy, Magneto. Have fun. That's, you know, have a good time. I don't know. I'm sure. No, he's going to be an X-Men Red, which is going to be fantastic. I'm sure it's going to be a good book.
Yes.
I don't, you know, we'll see what he ends up doing with Storm. That's going to be a fun team up. I just liked, I don't know. I just liked how he called it retirement. I'm going to retire to Araco. Really? Okay. You're going to retire. Okay,
well, I really liked how Emma called him out on that shit. Like, she's like, oh, so you're just going to leave when it's basically convenient for you. Like, you have all this preach about, like, you have to save mankind, and he's always had that, and he has to be the leader, but now he's just going to be like, I'm going to go leave because I don't know what to do. Like, I totally agree with her on that. Like, it's like, off, dude. Like, you can't, he lost his right to say anything now, like to have any say in things that are that heavy, like that, you know, priority. He gets no say now because of his stupidity. And like, I loved when Sinister was like, yeah, I'm just tired of, you know, stupid men. And I'm like, you're damn fucking right. Like, oh yeah, it's been the stupid men plus Moira at the time running the show, and now it's just the stupid men, and Mystique and Destiny are coming in, which is actually very fun to see. So the dynamic is shifting, especially now that Magneto is leaving. So yeah, it's shifting to chaos, and it's great.
I see a little bit of Magneto leaving as like taking your ball and going home, because like he just got caught in this big conspiracy a little bit with Xavier, right? And now you know, he's like, okay, well, I quit. Okay, well, I mean, like, you know, you just made a mess, and now you're gonna quit and go home. Okay, you could stay and help clean the mess up, but all right, go to Araco.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's gonna be interesting because I think he's gonna find more purpose on Araco, because when he's on the council, he's just always doing what the fuck Charles wants. Like, he's just Charles doormat. Like, that's just how he is. He's like, okay, whatever my husband says, or even if he disagrees, he'll be like,
don't bring their bedroom into this, Lauren.
No, but they bring their bedroom into everything they do. So no, that's like saying don't let Scott and Jean and Wolverine bring their bedroom in. No, their bedroom's in everything they do. It's very annoying.
It's true. Let's go through like some of the candidates that come up.
Oh yes, let's do that.
I thought that Gorgon had a very convincing argument. Just me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's convincing. Yeah, okay.
Wait, remind me what he said.
I'm sorry.
Remind me what he said.
He just said me. I mean, basically, like we just see, Warren, Monet, Gorgon, Vulcan. Vulcan, get the hell out of here. We got enough summers. Enough summers. All right, enough. All right, we got enough summers running stuff. Get out of here. All right, and you're the worst one. Get out. Then Brand and Beast come up, and I kind of love the little conversation between Kitty and Kurt after that, where they're basically like, "Remember when Beast was fun? Like, he is the worst."
They just threw him in the dumpster, and I was like, "You're completely right to do it."
Yeah, they're like, he's literally the worst ever since he dated Brand. Like, he's and I would go so far as to say he's just the worst generally. Like, he's just the worst. But fair enough. Yeah. I mean, they
can't
know
be that mean to him.
What? I'm sorry.
I said they can't be that mean to him. Like he was at one point a very good and very loyal and trustworthy X-Man. Now he is basically a villain. So like,
yeah, he was also an Avenger though, so they can hold that against him.
They can, but they won't. But they can.
That's true. Well, after that, we get a nice little, Exodus. Exodus has this little conversation with the Messiah, aka Hope, right? And turns out Jesus was a mutant, according to Exodus, which my grandma would love to hear. When I read that, I was like, oh wow, my grandma would be very interested in this. Actually, she's no longer with us, God bless. But if I were to say that to my grandma and be like, oh yeah, Jesus is a mutant from X-Men, my grandma would be like, shut your mouth. Like, no.
Yeah. You'd be like, how dare you? Yeah, that's not of me.
Yeah. And you know what, though? I have to say, Celine makes a really, really compelling argument. I
thought she was going to get it for a second there. Like, I really did. And I was like, you know what? At this point, like, get to her. Like,
she's so right, though. Like, one of the biggest threats that have hit Krakoa as of yet was when Wanda attacked with magic. And the only one that saved them was Wanda with magic. So she's totally right. She's right. They don't have any defenses for magic. They have no one on the council that can help with that. No one who knows about that. Now, I'm not saying Celine's the right choice. I'm not saying you should trust Celine. I'm just saying she's making good points. Like,
well, and I like the point she made too about she's like, you guys filled Apocalypse's seat, but you didn't actually replace Apocalypse. You just filled the seat. You didn't. The person that took his place did not actually take his place. They filled the seat. And she's right. I mean, she's lived as long, if not longer, than Apocalypse. Like, she's so fucking old. She's seen so much. She has a similar, like, however you felt about Apocalypse being on the council or not, that perspective has been lost. And in terms of having a diverse council and diverse leadership and such, whether you like diversity there or not, yeah, she made a great point. So yeah, I was honestly, it made, when Hope came in and they gave it to Hope, it makes a lot of sense, and I agree with it too. But I was kind of like, but I wanted Celine there. Like, she got me. Like, she got me.
It was probably the most compelling political debate I've ever watched. And I watched the last several presidential debates. I was compelled by both sides. I was like, you both got points. Like, you're both correct. And but yeah, I mean, Hope is right too. Hope is right in that, basically, Hope is right in that if she ceases, then Krakoa's whole promise doesn't exist anymore. Like, nothing that Krakoa exists. So and also, she has the backing of all of the citizens of Krakoa because they love her because she's one of the 5. So and she's the Messiah, right? So yeah, she's also right. Like they both have good points. The difference is that Hope is like, it needs to be me but I won't threaten you. And Selene is like, it needs to be me, but I'm going to threaten you, and I'm going to go through with it. And
I
I think
love that.
oh yeah, and I tweeted it earlier from the Simply Amazing Twitter. But one of my favorite panels is when Nightcrawler is like, should we take her seriously when she makes the threat? And Sinister is like, I wouldn't worry. She can't possibly do anything to us. She doesn't have the power. And I just tweeted it like it was an art piece, like the hubris of man. Like the media is just a stupid man who's like underestimating a woman. Because literally a page later, she invokes a monster to destroy Krakoa. It's like, can we not underestimate the women who are saying I'm going to destroy you when they say they're going to destroy you? Because you know what?
Right.
Guess what? They tend to destroy you. Okay, guys? Wanda decimated y'all. So let's not start this again, guys.
It's true. And you know what? You're right. Like that whole point throughout that issue they're making, magic is a huge weakness to mutant Krakoa. Mutants can do a lot of things, and they've conquered science, they've conquered death, they have not conquered magic. And I think that's only going to make, you know, like the new mutants and stuff, and Magic Ileana herself, and all these other characters. I don't know, like I don't know. I feel like they're going into a lot more magic is going to become more in the storylines with these characters, with the X-Men, and how the X-Men are like, oh my god, like our powers are nothing against magic. What the fuck do we do? And I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Well, it's interesting because, like, what's the next big event we have coming up? It's the X-Men versus Eternals versus Avengers.
Avengers, yeah.
Which could be something that has a lot of magic in it. And we know that the MCU is, you know, in its next phase, the MCU is leaning pretty heavily into magic, right? Starting with, well, it kind of started with Spider-Man, on a smaller scale, but you know, going into Multiverse of Madness, it's going to be all magic. So, and of course, WandaVision magic as well. But like, you know, they're really leaning heavily into the more magic mythos than like the science and science fiction and superhero mythos than that they had in the previous phases. So, like, there's no reason to think that all this stuff with Selene is just foreshadowing for where they're going to be heading with the X-Men and, you know, what's going on with that. So that's going to be interesting. And of course, so the thing about magic is that on the other side of magic is also faith. So, and kind of, it's weird to kind of compare it, but because in a way, like, it's hard. I don't want to compare them and say that they're the same, but it's in a similar vein, right? Because, you know, but, you know, because you have, you know, you have Exodus bringing up Jesus Christ, who, of course, did fantastical feats that people considered to be kind of magical, fantastical feats, like walking on water, changing water to wine, which made him the life of every party. Am I right? And then, of course, you know, all the other, you know, feats that he did. So yeah, it's interesting where they're going to start going with this, and possibly I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited. Let's see some magic.
Yeah, I think yeah, and that will be interesting because I mean, if you think about it too, like I know me and a bunch of our X-Men fans, of course, we're all like, oh man, X-Men are good. Clobber the Eternals and the Avengers, and I'm like, well, definitely clobber the Avengers, I feel like, but like the Eternals are different, especially in comics, because a lot of people are seeing the Eternals and like the MCU, like, which I love that movie, so I don't care. But a lot of us, including me, don't actually know the Eternals and they've been immortal and are and you know all these things, and it's like the mutants might need magic to compete against them. They might. So,
well, Kurt will just call Wanda because she's his baby mama, and he'll be like, "Hey, remember how we have a daughter in a different reality?" All right, I'll stop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, yes, I don't know. I just give Kurt love. Like at this point, I'm just like, give him love that's good for him and let it last. Like I really have a preference at this point because he needs love. Thank you. That actually matters. Thanks.
He does need love. He'll get it. Don't worry. We'll make it happen. We're going to talk about a lot of his loves. By the way, just for those of you tuning in, by the way, and let us know you're here in the chat, of course, so we can give away some fun prizes. We'll do that after everything. We'll do the prizes. So for those of you here, April is going to be a lot of love because we're going to be talking about a lot of Kurt's love interests in April. So you're definitely want to tune in for that. We already have one down, and we did an episode about. Should we talk about it? Should we drip it?
I mean, I don't want to spoil who guessed necessarily yet. But yeah, we had a certain really awesome person that a lot of you will probably know come on and talk about Amanda Sefton, which, as you guys know, Lisa is not a huge fan of, or at least wasn't, because after a talk with this person, Lisa actually started to convert. So yeah, you guys had that conversation because I was shocked. Like I was.
Let's not go crazy. I did enjoy. I mean, I enjoyed Amanda Sefton more after the talk and reading more comics about Amanda Sefton. But we have Amanda Sefton episode coming out, and then we're also gonna do an episode about Christine Palmer. And don't get me wrong, we're gonna do a Conda episode this month too. I'm just gonna spring it on you. It's happening. We have to do a Conda episode before the freaking Wanda movie comes out. I mean, I know it's a Doctor Strange movie, guys. It's a Wanda movie. It's a Wanda movie.
It's not Doctor Strange. It is a Wanda movie. It is X-Men coming to the MCU movie. It's literally everything but a Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, no, Doctor Strange isn't even in it. Like Benedict Cumberbatch showed up for work one day, and they were like, "You're not on the call sheet. What are you doing here?" And he was like, "Oh, I thought this was a Doctor Strange movie." And they were like, "Oh, no. It's that was a misprint. Sorry." And they sent him home. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Benedict Cumberbatch, if anyone is like listening to this and watching this and has not seen his episode of Between Two Ferns, it is the funniest friggin' thing I've ever seen in my life. The man is a great sport, and it is hilarious. So please go watch it.
I love that.
And not right now. Go watch it after you've listened to this. Thank you.
Do it when Lisa requests it. She is in charge tonight. Thank you.
That is true. Much. I am in charge always. Oh my gosh, I forgot. It's not in the room right now. I'll have to bring it out next time. I found my gavel from my auctioneering days. So
yes, that's awesome.
And I glittered it up, so it's all glittery now. So Judge Lisa is in progress.
Yes, you gotta get like a robe and everything.
Oh my god, girl, I got plenty of robes. I got. You got to see my Scarlet O'Hara robe I got, because I got this robe. It looks like I just murdered my husband, and I put on the robe, and I'm waiting. It's like the robe that I'm wearing, waiting for the lawyer to come over with the check for the life insurance. Like, and I'm sitting with a martini and like a cigarette, and I'm like, "How you doing, Miss Stefan? I'm here." Like that's what it looks like, in like a Southern belle. That. Yeah, I'll have to show it off. It's pretty fun.
I love it. Hi, anyway. For truth. What's up? You're here for truth? This is the best time for the truth today. As April Fools, but we have nothing but real talk here. More X-Men's amazing. Doctor Strange is not a Doctor Strange movie, and we want to give stuff away because we're crazy people like that. That's exactly.
We are going to give stuff away. Absolutely. After we're done talking about Immortal X-Men, we are going to give stuff away. Okay, so. We're actually almost done.
You're like, we're not done. I thought you were wrapping it up. I mean, I have more to say on Immortal X-Men. I thought you were like moving on with your novel.
Oh no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. No, I'm not done. I got plenty to say. Are you kidding me? I actually wanted to talk about the Immortal Sinister Secrets. Do you want to go through them really quick?
Oh, I really liked that because that was actually very clever from the creative team on that. I thought, because it's a great way that if you haven't been able to keep up with all the things going on during the last, like if you didn't read all the series in the last era before we did Disney of X, they basically put together all the things that were revealed in all the different lines on one page. So if you don't read every book, you're good. You're all caught up here. So I thought it was a very clever way of doing it. Being like, of course, Sinister like has all these in his pocket ready to use whenever he wants.
So I'm gonna read them. You tell me who each one is. How about that?
Who each one is? Like the person?
Yeah, the Immortal Sinister Secrets.
Okay. I thought the secrets weren't pertaining to each person, or am I thinking of a different page?
The red diamond. Okay, so scandal. Which certain young lady is keeping private company with Mr. Sinister? I'm
Oh, this one.
assuming.
I was thinking of the other page where we actually like get to reveal like where he rounds up like secrets that have been
Oh
revealed.
no,
Okay,
yeah,
never seen it.
I was talking about.
Gotcha.
Sorry, this page.
No, you're fine. Okay, yeah, let's do it. I'll try to guess, but I'm not good at these. They're actually pretty good writing these clues and secrets, I think.
Well, I think number one is Moira because I mean he's been cloning her.
Read it to me.
So
I don't have it in front of
scandal.
me, so
Which certain young lady is keeping private company with Mr. Sinister?
do you think Moira? I mean, I guess that makes sense because he's cloning her, so that's fair.
Mm-hmm. So 2, does the fiery newcomer think the Quiet Council means one must use silencers on all your automatic weapons?
That's Hope.
That's got to be Hope. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Number 3,
Newcomer fiery.
Yeah. Writer's block is a terrible thing. Rejoice. The muse is going to strike someone who hasn't written a major work for over 100 years. That's Destiny. 100%. Yeah. Number 4, the dress code this year at the gala is huge diplomatic egg on your face. The queen is most miffed, but at least she gets to get her revenge on a certain council member.
Emma Frost.
I think so too, Emma. Yeah. Number 5, it's Judgment Day. Let's hope we're not being judged for our spelling choices. It's judgment, you ruffians. And judgment is spelled differently. So,
yeah, I got no idea that one.
I don't either, because I'm like, who doesn't know how to spell?
Hey, no! Judgment Day, motherfucker. Nanny. Hellions. That's one of my favorite parts. Where he gets drunk at the Hellfire Gala and chases Mr. Sinister, trying to kill him, going, Judgment Day, motherfucker! Oh, Nanny, come back! Bring him back!
But do you think...
And Peter back.
But do you think, though... But do you think that these are all for people from the Quiet Council, or do you think it's anybody?
I mean, I don't know. I think it could be anybody, but I don't know who else that could be. Like...
Let's come back to that one.
Spelling.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like... I don't know. I'm like, unless someone spells their name weird, I don't know. It's okay.
Well, I mean,
what?
I mean, what if like Nanny and Peter came out of the pit and ended up on the council or something? Like, who the fuck knows, man? Like, imagine them on the council.
I don't know about that.
I'd pay to see it.
That's when you just end the council. All right, council's over. Done. We're done with the council.
I miss them. They're hilarious.
Is an island nation going to be destroyed? Maybe, but don't worry, it's not ours. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, these are all Quiet Council members because that somebody's island. Who else in the Marvel universe lives on an island?
Well, Magneto doesn't. Oh wait, no, Magneto didn't have his own little island. Who had their own little island?
What about where Apocalypse lives? Because Apocalypse been gone. He's living on the other one, right?
I don't know where he's living. I forgot.
He's on like that other island thing or something. I don't know, man. I'm so sorry. Bring back Apocalypse. He's insane but fun. So.
If you guys know in the chat, let us know if you know any of these. So, which blue mutant
please let me know where he is.
Yeah. Which blue mutant is going to see red? It's either Mystique or Nightcrawler. So, one of them.
Oh, no. But like I feel like the obvious choice is Mystique, but I feel like it's gonna be Kurt because in Wave X, which I know a lot of people had an issue with, that's okay. But like in Wave X, we see him make choices that he normally wouldn't that go against his normal morality code, like when he shot David Legion and stuff, which was really fucking cool. By the way, I was like, oh my god, they actually let him do it. They actually, yes. I think he's gonna see red, which is very scary for me as a Kurt fan, but it's all very interesting because like, ooh, what's gonna make him lose it? Like, what is going to make him cross a line?
Or maybe it's just see red because he's got that new red chick coming.
Jesus Christ, you're hurting yourself here.
No, seriously. I mean, I forget what her mother, whatever her name is, like who's coming to the Legion of X. The red, she's red.
No, that's true. Actually, no. See, I thought you were doing a Wanda thing, but even if you were like, no, that's a good point. Like, whoever that lady is, we have to see what she does.
Yeah, like, so she's red. I mean, okay,
Red for love. Won't you get love? Oh my god, he deserves it.
I heard a room. I don't know. Maybe he will. I don't know. Acting like being immortal is a new thing. Is very gauche. Some of us have been rocking the look for a while, and trust me, we have had all manner of adventures. I mean, I guess that's about Sinister. Like, I mean, he's been around for a while, or it's about Mystique, because
wait, read it one more time.
Acting like being immortal as a new thing is very gauche. Some of us have been rocking the look for a while, and trust me, we have had all manner of adventures.
Celine?
Well, again,
Celine
I don't
coming
know.
Back through. They didn't bring her in for just one issue. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
that.
She's definitely back.
And she's been living forever. She's had plenty of adventures that a lot of people, including us readers, don't know about because a lot of people don't know about Celine. I think it's Celine.
That's true. You're getting evil right now, girl.
Yes, this is in honor of Celine. Bring her back. I am manifesting her coming back.
Manifesting Celine coming back. Okay, yes. Look on the bright side. The council chamber being white means it's easy to see where you have to mop up the bloodstains. I mean, that could be anybody.
Well, that could be anything. That could, that could be any situation.
Yeah. Finally, somebody who actually deserves to get thrown in the pit. Good riddance. I'm going to say Xavier, because that's just wishful thinking.
God, honestly, if only. I really... You know what? Honestly, I think a lot of characters would agree with that, even though they, like, a lot of the heroes will be like, oh, no, like, I shouldn't feel this way, but also kind of deserves it, but I shouldn't feel this way. Like, I don't know. Yeah, his time's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yeah. And then the last three are just, oh no, help me, just help me. It stretches on endless and cold, infinity balloons, and a scream is too big for my head. This is a hell of my own making. Hell is other people. Hell is also me. God. And then everything is fine. God. I mean, it just sounds like Sinister's having a bad day. He's just having a bad day. It's just,
somebody's having a bad time in hell. I wonder if that has anything to do with the New Mutant storyline and Pryor and Magic fighting over Limbo. So I don't know much about that line because I haven't read New Mutant. I need to, but I know that's coming up soon. So I wonder if that's something good.
I don't know. I think that Sinister just showed up to Starbucks and he at the time that it said his order was ready, and it wasn't. And it took another 10 minutes, and he was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? It said it was supposed to be ready at 10:37, and it's 10:45. God damn it, guys! Come on." That's what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised, but he's a little more goofy and flamboyant, so like I feel like he might be complaining in that same way. But before we wrap up Immortal X-Men, I think we should do a giveaway. We should get the giveaway started. It's been almost 40 minutes, and we have not done a giveaway. That is
true. Vying for truth. You're gonna get something. Vying for truth. You are gonna get something.
Yes.
If you're in the chat, let us know. We're gonna give away stuff.
Yes.
So
anybody that has popped in, do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So vying for truth. Oh my gosh, you're getting something from my heart-shaped box. Look at this.
Yes.
You're gonna get something from my
here's the jingles. Those are my dumb bracelets.
Here's my heart-shaped box. Oh, now we need to find something in there. What do we have in my heart-shaped box? Ooh.
You're really trying to.
It's just not easy to open. It's not like the easiest thing, but oh my gosh, it's a Kate's Bar shot glass. Lucia. Yeah, I went to the Krakoa rummage sale. They were doing a little rummage sale there, and all the X-Men were selling all their shit that they were trying to get rid of. And yeah, I bought this at the Marauders table. So
wait, hold it up to your screen. I'll make your screen bigger. Yeah, hold it up closer so they can read it. That's so cool. I'm mad because I want that. That's so awesome.
It says Kate's Bar. So yeah, she's drank a lot of whiskey out of this little baby. You can too.
Absolutely.
So, vying for truth. Let us know where we can ship it. It's yours now. And we'll do another giveaway in a minute for anyone. Well, we'll do the little outro. Anyone else in there? Let us know. We'll do another giveaway after the outro. But thank you guys for coming. and sitting with us and talking about Immortal X-Men. It was an awesome. I mean, final words, Lauren, on Immortal X-Men. Final words.
It was everything I wanted and didn't know I wanted and more. I'm beyond impressed with it, and I already had high hopes for it. So it's surpassing expectations, and I think if it keeps going the way it's going, I think we're gonna be okay this era, because I know a lot of people have been like, well, it's been the same since Hickman left. I think Immortal X-Men is getting everybody back on track, and I'm hoping we're gonna see it in the other books too. Like, I'm hoping we're gonna see it in X-Men Red and the New Marauders and all that stuff. So I'm just really fucking hyped. And if you're an X-Men fan and not reading Immortal X-Men, if you have one book in this era, and I'm a Nightcrawler fan, obviously, but it's not, my recommendation is not Legion of X. You get one book for this era of the Krakoan era, it should be Immortal X-Men, like, hands down. So
totally agree. Totally agree. One quick thing, Vying for Truth. Yes, we do have a YouTube. Lauren, tell them about our YouTube, because what if
we have a YouTube? I haven't touched that.
No, we do have a YouTube. We just haven't put anything on it yet. So we'll get to that.
I completely forgot that, because we've only been using Twitch. Sorry, guys. I'm usually a lot more professional and know what I'm doing, but it's fine.
No, we do have a YouTube. Actually, though, Lauren has a YouTube show. Lauren, tell them about your show.
Oh, yeah. I do a show Sunday mornings usually. I have a lot of guests on there, like other guest comic people with me, and then I get to bring careers on the show too, which like I have a lot coming up in the next few months. That's how far out planned I am. But it's really fun. It's Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you can't watch live, feel free to catch a replay. But we do a lot of really fun stuff, and just having a blast there. So yeah, I mean, we do. This pod is mostly audio based. We like to do these live just as a little treat, and to actually see and talk with you guys a bit more, because it's hard to do that on an audio that's pre-recorded and released. But that's not a bad idea. I mean, if you have ideas for what we want to see, let us know. If you just like these lives, we can upload the recordings there, if that's what you're asking. I'd be fine doing that.
Yeah, for sure. I would do that. Yeah, absolutely. And I travel a lot for my work, so I can't do a ton of them, but when I can, I'll do them for sure. Before we sign off, there's one thing I want to mention to you, Lauren. I thought it interesting how many times they referred to Kurt as Mystique's son. And I wonder, yes, and I wonder if we're gonna get that revelation we've been waiting for eventually.
Listen, okay, when Destiny said Mystique's boy is right, I was like, ma'am, correct yourself. That is also your boy. Please correct yourself.
To be fair, I saw, one of our friends of the show, that nerd Chris, who's from the Nerd Byword, posted something about that on Twitter. And I responded to it, and I was like, listen, the last place you need to find out about your true parentage is in front of all your friends at work. So, she doesn't need to be like, yeah, my son too. Okay. Like, and Kurt's like, okay, what, ma? What? Okay. It's like, okay, son. All right, relax, because it's not even like he's just finding out, like, he's, that's his mother. Then he's finding out that, like, the person he thought was his mother is actually his father. It becomes very complicated immediately right there. So,
well, for sure,
the guy deserves to be taken aside and talked to, and it not like a big revelation in front of all his friends.
Well, I mean, yes, but like at this point, it's one of those things where it has to be a big revelation in general to me. Like, I actually believe it should be a whole separate subplot happening in one or two of these books, like either in Legion of X or Immortal X-Men or both, because it involves all those characters. It involves Destiny, Mystique, and Kurt. And also, I feel like Destiny could be finding this out. Like, imagine how it plays out. Imagine being a writer and trying to figure out how to retcon your retcon or your weird making. And I mean, how do you do that? Why would Destiny say Mystique's boy if she knows that's hers? Like, so I mean, you could write it as if she's hiding it from Mystique, but I actually feel like Mystique would hide that from her. I feel like that would be a lot more interesting of a twist. That would take a lot more explaining.
Wait, Mystique is hiding that Kurt is Destiny's son from Destiny?
Well, I'm.
I
That's
don't.
the thing
You don't forget giving birth to a little blue kid. I don't know. Like I feel like you don't forget
unless
that.
you had somebody wipe his mind, like
I feel like Destiny is not the kind of girl who gets her mind wiped. I feel like that doesn't work on her. I feel like
who's the kind of girl that gets their mind wiped? Lisa, who is the kind of girl that gets their mind wiped? I don't know.
I just feel like you can't mind wipe a precog. I feel like that is like a thing. I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen though,
well, I
if
mean,
Destiny,
Oh,
go ahead. I'm sorry. No, you go.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say if Immortal X-Men we see that Destiny actually can't see all, she can't see all futures and all this stuff. Like we saw vulnerability in her power for the first time, like a real vulnerability. Even though we've seen a little bit before, but it's such a huge one in my head, at least. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like there's got to be.
Part of me thinks that like her not seeing the future in Immortal X-Men was less of her not seeing the future and more of her being onto Essex and like choosing what she did to fuck with him.
Well, and if you think about this, well, if you think about this too, you got all this crazy shit with all these different timelines and all of that. They could retcon it by basically saying, and then the timelines happened, and now the timelines have collided. So actually, Destiny, you didn't know this because it didn't happen to you in this timeline. It happened to you in a different timeline, but you actually gave birth to her, and actually, this is your child too. Surprise! And she's like, well, damn, I guess I didn't see that. Like, I don't know, man. But there's ways to do it now. Like they've opened up many doors to make this happen. Then it's like, just do it. Like, I don't even care if it makes sense at this point because it's the truth. It is the truth, everybody.
Well, I want to throw something out there, and this is a little off the rails, but Nocturne does have like a little shut up. Listen to me for a second. All right. Listen. Okay. Stop. Listen. Nocturne in canon, Nocturne does have like a little bit of telepathic ability. It's not really anything like she can't like read minds or anything. It's very like they mention it once, they never really go into it again. It's like literally she was born with like the tiniest bit of like telepathic ability. They really don't even talk about how it really even works. Like they use her in like the second issue or first issue of Exiles to like help. It's like her and Mimic, I think, to help with, I don't know, it's like power of Cerebro that they're used. I don't know, whatever. It's a long story. But like there's no one in her family that has any kind of like mental powers unless Destiny's her grandma. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Fucking facts. Bring in the whole family. It is time for the Wagner and Darkholm family to rise. They are fuck the Summers family, fuck the Grey family. I'm sorry, I love them, but fuck them. It is this family's time. They are the family of the X-Men. The kids, especially Gabby and Laura of Logan, they're still valid. But like,
but Rachel's cool.
Yeah, and it was oh my god, that was so funny too. Because a lot of people were like, "Why is Heaven in the Castle not Rachel?" And then like people started trashing Rachel, and I was like, "Whoa! There's no need to trash Rachel." Like, it makes perfect sense. It was on the council and why that was done, like plot wise. But there's no reason to trash Rachel, and like just there's no reason.
Well, okay, so Rachel should not be on the council for any reason. Like Rachel should not be on the council. Like Rachel can't handle.
She's too busy. She's too busy fucking through all the women of Krakoa as she's supposed to do. She's being a stud lesbian. Let her.
No, first of all, like the girl, like the girl can't even decide what cereal she wants to eat for breakfast. Like she can't make a fucking decision. Like she's not council material. Is all I'm saying. That's it. Not council material. No to Rachel. Yeah. I love Rachel to death. Don't get me wrong. She's my favorite fucking Summers. Hands down, my favorite Summers. And my favorite Grey. Hands down. But not on my council. On my Excalibur, happily. Yeah. Not on my council.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with Connor from the Cerebral podcast. Like, I ship Rachel with just women, but like that panel of them, or a couple panels in the Hellfire Gala issue last year, Excalibur, I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm on the ship now. Like, hello. I was like, holy shit, she swept Betsy up out of nowhere, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, Rachel's gonna crush it. She needs to crush it. All right, but it's been like almost an hour now, so like it is time, girl. We are now like I feel like the natural stopping point for this podcast is when we start talking about who Rachel should be sleeping with. I feel like that has become the natural, because I feel like we eventually get there every time. Every time we talk, we eventually get to like, okay, but who should Rachel be talking? Because I'm going to tell you all right now. We've already recorded next week's topic, and next week's topic has nothing to do with Rachel, and she comes up at the end. So this happens all the time. Rachel comes up all the time. So we love her. We love her, but this is just becoming the natural ending point of every episode.
You know what this means? It means we need to do episode on Rachel Summers. That's what God is telling us, Lisa. Needs to happen.
Listen, here's the sad thing, Lauren. She fits in with the love interests of April. She fits in, unfortunately.
I know. I know it. And the whole episode, I'm just gonna keep rebuttaling every time you're like, oh yeah, her and Kurt. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, but also lesbian. I want her to sleep with women.
Yeah, girl. Yes, of course, girl. Of course. We're gonna talk about all that, of course, but we still have to talk. I mean, if we're gonna talk about her with Kurt, we gotta talk about her with Kurt, right? So, but we'll get to that. We'll get through that very quickly, because it happened very quickly. It was a big mistake for both of them. But you know what? One very good thing came out of Kurt and Rachel, and it was the beard. So thank the Lord above for that.
Which is ironic.
The beard.
Which is ironic considering her beard.
And on that note, we are simply amazing, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining us. We'll do a couple more giveaways for those of you who are still hanging around with us right after we do this. So please let us know you're in the chat, and we'll do some giveaways. But if you are hanging out, thank you so much for coming and watching. You can find us on our website at our website is www.simplyamazingpod.com. You'll find all of our little linksies there: our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitch, which you are watching right now. But if you're not watching it, you're listening to it. And if you are in here listening and you're having a good time, fantastic. You better give us a 5. If not, I know where you live, but it's okay. You're simply amazing.